Correct. So yesterday we are facing some issue whenever we are using pagination, right? Let me close all first. It was. So did you find any solution? What was the issue? Anybody? Hello? Yes or no?
No, CK. Actually, we did not. I did not try this one. So except actually, I was waiting for your update,
Okay,
code
fine.
update.
Not an issue. It was not a major issue. It was a silly mistakes made by me. Let me show you. Bootcamp model, bootcamp controller. Is it visible? Let me increase the font size. Now it is visible. I think not just too large. Okay, it's okay. So what I was doing, I was not escaping or removing this parameter, this page and limit from parameters. That's why it's considering it. It try to utilizing this key inside query. That's why it is not fetching anything else, because these are not any operator in MongoDB, right? That's why you have to remove this. But these things are like greater than, less than, then all the stuff like uh, field name. What are the field name? You need to filter all the stuff. So these are used as a MongoDB query, but these are not used in the MongoDB query. That's why we need to remove them, and the value you need to consider at the time of operation, DB operation. That's why it was not working. So I just remove them uh, by putting it over here and remove it from the parameter query.params. Sorry, yes, query list, request.query. So do you have any question till now? Till this pagination, sorting and pagination. Do you have any question? If you guys not try this, then you cannot move ahead. Do you have any question?
No, sir.
Okay. So now it is course model. So now we have created bootcamp, but in each bootcamp there might be multiple courses available, and here bootcamp is associated with the courses, right? So whenever you create the MongoDB, we have to relate the bootcamp ID in the inside the course model. How we can do it? We'll see it here. So you can see just I'm creating this model, and you can see I'm creating the schema of uh, what course. So in each course, you can see the title is there, description is there, how many numbers of week required to complete the course, then tuition fee is a number field, then you can say minimum skill should be what would be the minimum skill required before start the development. So I'm using enum over here, means beginner, intermediate, or advanced. If you pass anything else rather than these three fields, it will throw an error. Please add the minimum skill. Then scholarship available or not, this is a boolean value. Then created date, it is of course it is a date type, and by default value is the current date. That will take the server date. This is most important field, which is an object ID, right? It is an object ID, means we are referring to the bootcamp. The field name is bootcamp, which contain the object ID of the bootcamp, in which all the courses are this course is associated with this course. The bootcamp ID of the bootcamp, this is the type of object ID. Okay, and the reference is bootcamp model. Okay, and required to, of course this field is required, you cannot make it empty. But this is most important thing. Whenever you are creating a schema for the reference, it is like a foreign key, you can say. means object ID of another. It is not foreign key. It is you are just putting the object ID of another model. So you have to put this reference and type. These two are mandatory. Whether you can make it required or not, it is up to you. But these two are important. Which model you are referring to, and what are the type? Type is object ID. Remember. Then doing this. Let me create it. Let me make it smaller so that you can see maximum area. So let me create the model over here. So right now we don't have only we have only bootcamp model. Now you can see courses, cours, course schema, course schema.js. Now let me copy this. Of course Mongoose is required because we are using Mongoose as a ORM, and I'm exporting the model from here whose name is course. Now whenever I'm using, it will not the course schema, it will course outside this when I export it. So I have created this. So its name is course.schema, course schema.js. Then after creating schema, what we will do, we will create the seeder. Okay. So we have created seeder earlier. What we did over here, we have created seeder for bootcamp only, right? So right now we have to import this one as well, the course JSON as well. So what we will do, we will do the same thing we have done for bootcamp. So just import it, schema. It is here. Uh, so here load the model. Here I am importing course schema. Okay. Then you have to read this file same as it is, but I am using the course JSON over here. So put it over here, right? And again also you have to use, whenever I'm deleting this, there are two things I'm doing over there, over here, right? One is I'm reading and insert into the database. Whenever I'm passing I as a parameter, it's insert, and whenever I'm passing delete, then it will delete it. D, then it deleted it, right? So to delete, file is here. Then for inserting, we have to add it. This is for importing, so I am add here for the import here. Then for deletion, I am using, I will delete many inside here. Okay, then this function will work as usual. So same thing is same code I have to run here to delete everything. First, let me close the server. Very simple. Now let me delete everything.
Sir,
Uh,
sir, course dot schema.
where is?
Sir, at the time of importing.
No, no, no. It
Sir,
is,
here you have renamed it. I mean, course
let
dot
me
schema.
let me rename this. I don't want this. I want to make it symmetric. Okay.
So do you not go with the dot model like bootstrap dot model?
Means
Means
bootcamp dot.
file name. Yes, the file whatever you
No,
have
no, we
written for
can,
the
we
boot.
can, we can, but we can do something like bootcamp dot controller, bootcamp dot model, something like this. But
But
yes, let me
course
make
schema,
it. Let me do this.
it's not
Let me
symmetric. That's why. Yeah.
let me keep it as it is. Not one worry. I want this the better one, because these are not what you can say model. Okay, it is model. Yes, I don't, because this is a not JavaScript file. It is a schema file, so I prefer to do like this. It is okay, not an issue. Okay, but all JavaScript files should be like this. Dot. Whatever you want to do, you can do it, not an issue. But you should consistent, make it consistent everywhere. Okay, now delete. I have deleted everything. Now I have to insert again by change it to import. So now you can see all data has been imported. So let me open this database. Let me connect it. Okay, so let's see what we will do next. Now course router. Okay, model has been created. Now we have to create the controller and route it. So it is very easy. Now you are very expert on this. Okay, let it load. I also take it. Let me take it to here as well, so that it will be visible to you. Okay. Now on bootcamp, and inside bootcamp you can courses. Now you can see all courses. 9 courses are available. Let me make it maximize and make it bigger. Okay, 9 courses are available and bootcamps are already there. Okay, so now we have to create the controller. So to create controller, what are the things, more important thing required? The 3 files. Let me create first, then I will explain you. So I have created the bootcamp. I created the courses model. Then I have to create the controller. New file, course controller.js. So these are the 3 minimum file we require always whenever you create any controller. Error response, async handler, and the schema. Which schema you are going to use? Right now it is course schema. Let me add this. Then I am creating first API like get all courses. It's very simple. So path will be, there are two, you can see there are 2 paths. One is API courses, API version 1 courses, and another is bootcamp version 1 bootcamp, then object ID, there is a bootcamp ID, then courses. So what will do, what we are going to do in this path through this route, we are going to filter all the courses related to this bootcamp, right? And this is simply all the courses from the courses collection. So let's see. Okay, for that we have to first set the route, otherwise we cannot run this. So who can say what would be the route? Hmm? Let me go inside route, create new file. It is not s, it is js, course route.js. Now what are the things which is already there? So express we require. Then I am just creating this controller and include over here get courses. Then schema is of course required, and right now it is written as model but not required for now. So now what I'm doing over here, and now I'm importing the controller file and schema file as well, but it is not required I think. Then this is normal route. Whenever I put normal route means this, and get courses, the method is get courses, then it will return all the courses. But you can see the path is something else. Look at the course controller over here, course controller get courses. The path is like API version 1 then courses. but you can see I am passing only slash. Then what is other path? So you have to set the middleware. Did you remember? You have to set
Yes, in
this.
server. Yes.
Yes, in server address you have to put this over there. I'm rerouting this actually. In server address. What is the routing file? Here. No, something is missing. Let me check over there. The main root file is something version 1 and all the stuff. Just give me 1 second. Go to the server.js. Yes, it I have already import this. Then okay, it is required. Yes. So what we need to add over here? Course route server.js. So first I need to include this. What is this? Course route. I have already added here. Course route. Then I use this, but before that I have to add another one. This. It is already there. Actually, this one is there. We just need to mount over there. Mount this. So mount is there. Course route is there. So let's first we need to include this. Where is our server address? Yes. First we need to include this like other courses. I will include it. Then we have to include this middleware. Otherwise it will not work. Where is the middleware? So it is here. I just need to put just below it. I have to mount it. So what it does, so after the base URL, I'm just whenever somebody route to this path, then it will redirect to the course.router. So it will land to course router over here. Then after that it will work as usual, slash id and slash course id, whatever you want to do, you can do it from here. Let me save it. So let's try it. So do you understand what I'm doing over here? I'm just simply as usual. You can take it from here. You don't have to do it. I think it is not required here. Let me do it over here. Bootcamp route, like bootcamp route. It is wrong. Course router. Let me do it. Course route. So what I did over here, I just include course router in server.js. After that, I mount it just like bootcamp. I mount it API version.course1 so that I don't have to write it again and again. By default, this middleware, what this middleware do, it will append this path with the base URL and redirect to, then inside the course router you can access this URL by default. You don't have to write it again and again. Now let's see how it works. Let me go to the get all courses. Now send it. Let me start the server. Now the important thing is how you can set the another route. Console line. What happened by middleware async? The name is wrong. What is the name of the middleware here? Middleware. अरे यार. What is that middleware? Okay, now you can see the simple we can get all the courses over here. Okay, now how can I get all the courses related to specific bootcamp ID? For example, this is what the bootcamp ID which is created over here, this api.version1 slash bootcamp and bootcamp ID slash courses. So how can I route this? Because right now this is not matched with this API version 1 courses. So how we can route this? So we can route directly. We can put directly this route inside. But right now we have make it common, right? Middleware, put it in middleware. But how can we do this? So we know that this has already been set in middleware, but we have to add this all these things in bootcamp router so that it will redirect from bootcamp to course router from here. So for that, what we have to do inside course router, what we have to do? We have to set another middleware. We have to do reroute inside bootcamp router. We have to rewrite this thing. First include the course route. Inside bootcamp router, go to the bootcamp router. Okay, and we have to put it over here. First include this, reroute this. After that, I am mount this just below it. Means whenever now I have import the course route over here. Then whenever any URL coming from the base URL slash version 1 API slash version 1 slash bootcamp, then it will reach our in this router, right? Bootcamp router. After that, whenever it get bootcamp ID slash course, then it will redirect to again course router. Clear? Do you have any question? I'm just reroute.
Sir,
Yes.
can you open the app server.js once?
Server.js is here.
So here on at line number 26 and 35, what will be the order of execution there? Right,
It
like we
is,
are using the middleware first
yes, this middleware.
or the courses?
Fastest.
Yes.
Yes. I am using all middleware in this section from here to here. So what
Sir, my
happened?
question was like,
What happened? Let me explain you. I understand what you are asking. So you are
yes,
asking about the execution sequence, but don't sorry, it was not required here in server.
yes, exactly.
Yes, it was not required. It was wrongly pasted. So what happened? The sequence will be when server.js run, then it will redirect from root base URL including this. Okay, so base URL slash API slash version 1 slash bootcamp, then it will land to the bootcamp router, means here,
Right.
right? Then we are redirecting from here slash bootcamp ID slash course to so course router, then it will land to the course router. Where is this course route? Then it will land here, then you can get it over here, right?
Correct.
Then we can redirect to get courses, then it will land to controller, course controller. Now this, from this path we can accept this, we can get this as a params, request.params, right? Because it is
Yes.
there in the parameter. Now we can get it, then you can pass it over here. If bootcamp ID is there, then it will find all bootcamp whose ID is bootcamp value is requested parameter bootcamp ID, right? Now if you want to run this, we can get all the courses related to this. 9 courses. Let me check once. All are related to one ID. Why this is so? Okay, now it is not accepting because router, inside router we have to merge the parameters. And which one? This is route. Bootcamp route. It was okay. So this thing we have to set over here, that merge params too. Otherwise, it will not merge the parameters from the previous routes. Now you can see still it is 9. Why it is so? This is courses. Any bootcamp ID. Let me check it from here. Take it from here. This is one bootcamp ID. Version of the courses. Why does this claim everything? Why it is displaying everything? Bootcamp ID and courses. Okay.
Maybe the use statement, middleware use statement will be at the below of the routing.
No, no. Which one?
This route dot use here in this. Yes, line number 8.
No, it is inside
That's
it. No? It is inside router. Router is there. Router reduce bootcamp course 10 course router. It is correct. Okay, let me see controller. Is there any problem in controller? Find bootcamp ID color request ID. It is fine. Query, then query, then execute query, and this shows response this courses. Ah, okay, let's see what is the problem right now. We are not able to get it.
What is the key name
Bootcamp,
here? Okay.
bootcamp. You can see the schema here. Bootcamp schema, course schema. This is bootcamp. So I'm asking for the bootcamp. So you can see the
Okay.
courses over here inside this. It is bootcamp. You can see the courses. Then you can see the bootcamp ID here. I think all not all are same, different.
For request.param.bootcamp ID,
Hmm.
param dots bootcamp ID, what is that? I think we are not sending it as a query param.
We are sending here, na
It is a
version, na?
slash.
Yes.
So
So
this value doesn't have any key. So how are you reading like at params dot bootcamp ID?
which one you are talking of here?
No, actually, she is talking about the name, about the key name. That is a bootcamp
Here
ID.
on line number 14.
Yes. So this where this bootcamp ID, this is where it is
It is
declared.
we here, na
Yes.
in
Okay, it is that.
parameter,
Okay,
in
okay, okay,
Yes.
parameter,
okay,
Yes.
okay.
in parameter I am
That is
passing, na. So
bootcamp.
let me debug it. Let me console it whether I am getting or not. Here,
Yes.
console.log bootcamp ID. Let's run this. Undefined. It is not accessible over here. Why it is not accessible?
So can you print request.params?
Requested params. It is fine. Means requested params will return everything, but it will return only one. Let's show an error. Empty. The parameter in is not accessible here. But why? Course schema is here. Async response.
That is okay. Here it is okay because you are reaching there, no? But
Hmm.
is not coming there. That is due to, I think, this is due to the middleware.
Okay.
Uh, Hello, sir. Can you go to the Bootstrap camp route file? I think it's
Bootcamp route here. Here.
yeah. Yes, 8 line. It's a course route. We have to replace with a method name,
Yes.
right? We have,
No, no, no. We are routing to the course route here. From here, we are routing to this course routing here. Then we can accessing this one. Then whenever accessing this, then is controller. And we are putting the controller name here in the route file. I'm
okay.
that is nothing. That is something else. Okay, let's see. I will debug why it is not working because I am not getting any parameters whenever I get courses. I am calling the get courses over here with this URL, right? Because get courses, I'm just appending this thing inside. Otherwise, this and these are same. I'm making it same, but some issue is there. I'll take it. Okay. So it is task for you guys. You have to find out the issue, right? Let's go to next file, next thing. Sorry. Here, most important thing like populate, reverse populate using virtuals, then aggregation, all the stuff is here. Okay. I think aggregation is not defined yet, but I'll explain that as well here. Then we are going to conclude, we are going to complete most of the thing in MongoDB. These three things we are going to complete: the populate, reverse populate, uh, reverse populate through virtuals, then aggregation. What are the aggregation function? Like lookup, most of the time we use lookups and all the stuff. Aggregation is nothing but a step by step, uh, just like a method chaining. So we can set multiple pipeline inside an array. Means after one execution, it will go to the another step. We are also using this same way over here in our controller. Whenever we are filtering those things, means filter, then sorting. So you can see one by one dot operator, it will work like this. But how we can do it through aggregate? Okay, so aggregate, populate, these the two thing, and reverse populate, these three thing I will explain. Then I think 70% of Mongo query concept we have completed, but you have to understand, you have to read all the documents in details from Mongo and MongoDB over there. Like aggregation, you can see over here aggregation, and aggregation inside operator, so operator also you can see some aggregate operator like match, group, sort, all the stuff are there. Okay, so we'll discuss tomorrow. Then Mongo will be completed, then we'll go to authentication, JWT and all the stuff. After that we can conclude. Okay, so you guys practice. I think you can show me now, you can show me your project, how much you progress, maybe later this week. So who are ready to show their project, how much they progress? Now it is less than 1 minute, we can conclude. Who is going to show?
Yeah, whatever you have showed over here or taught that I have completed in my local
Great,
PC with the
great, great,
Mongols
great, great, great. So anybody else?
with user also.
Okay, so anybody else? No one else?
Yes, sir, it's done in my local system.
Okay, so you can show me how we can complete. So let's conclude for now.
Yes, sub,